one other set of questions before I hand over. Mr. Thomas, in May 2020, when we were anticipating the economic impact of coronavirus in regional Queensland, I wrote to you because we found out that Gurrumpa was planning on outsourcing the dive maintenance operations of Reef HQ, and we were advised that would lead to about 20 workers that could be at risk of losing their job. Why is Gurrumpa outsourcing dive maintenance operations? And since I wrote you that letter, has that decision been reversed?
Senator, when coronavirus hit firstly, we made sure, despite Reef HQ being closed, that our casual workers at Reef HQ were found meaningful work, so we did keep them in gainful employment during that time. The panel arrangement you're referring to was something that the authority had decided to do to better manage the dive rostering at Reef HQ. We felt through a panel arrangement we would be better able to achieve higher work health safety standards and access the technical expertise we need to service the tanks down there. Diving operations at Reef HQ have actually been conducted by labour hire staff for some time now, so they're not permanent on our books staff that do that work at the moment. I'm not sure whether it's on hold at the moment, so it did go out to market, but it hasn't been finalised yet, that process.
And is there a decision to reverse the outsourcing of the dive maintenance operations?
No, there's not, Senator. With the the recent injections into Reef HQ's upgrading that you would have seen, we're holding that process at the moment until we better understand the needs of Reef HQ.
So will this decision to outsource, this panel decision, as you say, you're saying that this work was already being done by labour hire?
Yes, we access a mix of casual and part-time, mostly labour hire staff to do that work at the moment.
The Australian government's using labour hire work at Reef HQ.
That's correct, Senator. The rostering arrangements at Reef HQ don't lend themselves neatly to having permanent full-time employees doing that work. The work's spread across approximately 9 staff, I believe, at the moment. There will, under any circumstances, continue to be a need for expert divers attending the aquarium and doing that work in Townsville, locally sourced. We just feel that, the reason for going out to market to find an expert provider was in the interests of having access to the best available expertise, and again achieving the highest and most robust work health safety standards.
Why isn't Gurrumpa able to, or why isn't Reef HQ able to just hire those people directly? You don't.
So the rostering.
You don't have the capacity to have expert casual maintenance workers.
So at the moment, there's about somewhere between 2 to 4 hours, I believe, a day, anywhere from 5 to 7 days a week, depending on the season, of maintenance work in the tanks. Overall, I think that's around 60 hours all told, on average. But because of the nature of diving, you can't have people in the tanks for longer than a certain period of time, so you need a broader workforce to be able to do that work. Hence, it's a roster across several people, and that's the reason it's been spread out that way.
Okay, in terms of the people who are directly...
wrap up now,
one
please.
last question. Yep, this is my last one. In terms of the people who are currently employed at Reef HQ, whether they're in cabinet positions or not, are you able to guarantee that this arrangement to outsource dive maintenance will not impact their jobs?
I can't make guarantees like that, no, Senator, I'm sorry.
That's incredibly disappointing.